My mother was a wonderful woman, and I was really close to her. Sadly, she passed away when my son was just a few months old. Flash forward a few years, and I live in Tennessee in an old 1930s house. My son is only 4 years old. I was giving him a bath one night, and he starts looking over my shoulder. Not at anything random, but at something. A moment passes, and he asks me why Grandma calls me a funny name. I paused and asked him what he meant, thinking he was talking about my mother-in-law. He then says, "Why does Grandma call you Pumpkin Princess?" I froze. That was my nickname only my mom called me, and I hadn't heard it since she died. I asked him where he had heard that, and his reply was, "The farmer told me." I asked him who the farmer was, and he said, "My friend." I was close to tears over the whole thing. I had really missed my mom, and it brought up some memories when he called me that. There's no way he could have known that nickname. I was confused, and a few days later I heard my son talking in his room like he was having a conversation. He's saying things like, "Yes, no," and "I don't know." He then started laughing. I went into his room and asked him what he was doing. He said he was playing, and when I asked with who, he said, "The farmer." At this point, I'm freaking out and very nervous. I ask him where the farmer is, and he says he left when I came in the room. Oh shit. I have no idea what I'm going to do now. A week later, in the middle of the night, I woke up and overheard my son talking again. I hear him say, "Grandma says you and I can't be friends anymore." I go in his room to check on him, and he's sitting up in his bed. I ask if he's okay, and he says yes. "Grandma says I can't be friends with the farmer anymore. He's a bad man," she says. He never mentioned the farmer again. Not ever. He's 14 now and doesn't remember any of it. But I do.